Well, Arcade Couch, best place to chill with your friends, get your gaming goodness each and every Monday. My name's Tom Blight. Joining me on the couch this week, Ashley Hobley.
Hey Dylan, excited to be here. In the midst of showcase season.
Showcase season round 2. Also here, Cherie Henriques, God Save the King.
Hi, God Save the King.
Yes.
We just okay.
Is there any video games about the royal family?
Fable, technically, not directly about the royal family, but you're a king in that game.
Her Majesty.
I guess Crusader Kings. That's about
Crusader
a lot of royal
Kings
families.
also.
Yeah.
Her Majesty. There's literally that card game. Yeah.
It's a card game, though.
Yeah. Marvel Snap.
No.
I just wanted to mention it. This week on the show, we're talking about Disney's
Commemorative Queen card coming to Marvel Snap.
Yeah, Queen card coming to Marvel Snap. Disney and Ubisoft conferences this week on the show, and I've been splatting away. But let's get into that Disney.
What?
What? I've been splatting, not spitting. I'm spitting some rhymes right now.
Where are we splatting, boys?
Where we splatting, boys? Let's start with the Disney thing. So, it is D23 at the moment. If you want to hear me and Ash talk about other D23 stuff, make sure you check out What Do You Want to Watch. Make sure you check out Holocron Entries, and make sure you check out all new Marvel casts. There's going to be your coverage circle of D23 movie and TV news. But since this is a video game show, let's talk about the video game part. So, Disney and Marvel held the first ever Disney and Marvel Games Showcase. It was at a stupid time of 5 a.m., 4 a.m., whatever fucking stupid time it was. 6 a.m., whatever. It was too early for whatever. Too early for what it was is what I feel. It was hosted by Kind of Funny's Blessing, AOA Jr. It was about 20 minutes, I think.
Yep.
Big old meh on my front. That's my opinion on it. I mean, there was some sort of stuff that interested me in here, but nothing that really screams, hey, here's our first ever dual conference thing. But yeah, Ash, what do you make of the first ever conference?
I mean, it was okay. I think the problem I have with it, and I feel a lot of other people have with it, is what wasn't there that we know is possibly that they could have talked about. Do you know? They didn't talk about any Star Wars games outside of, the Lego Star Wars game that's coming out. Nothing about any of the Insomniac games they're currently working on. And they briefly showed us the Avatar AAA game, but showed us the extensive mobile game footage. So, I mean, there are a few interesting gems there, but, again, so much information not there. I'm sure a certain amount of that is because there was a panel at G23 exclusive to people in the crowd where they talked to some of the developers, particularly Amy Hennig and the Skydance team. But it was, as someone on the internet watching a showcase, it was all right. It moved very quickly.
Yeah, almost too fast. Hey, here's Avatar onto Lego Star Wars. Kieran, what do you think of it?
Look, for somebody who didn't watch live and just had to go back and skim through it to be caught up,
it was great.
It was quite convenient and great. It was, there was a lot of stuff that I was like, I don't need to watch this bit. I can just skip over. Yeah, it was okay. There's not heaps. Maybe it's a little bit underwhelming. There isn't much. Maybe it'd be interesting to know how much, say, No Midnight Suns being out this year and that game being delayed affected this. Maybe if that
it is out this year.
It's out this year. They gave it a release date.
That's what they announced today.
They announced it in the showcase that's coming out December.
Sorry, I thought it
December
was December 2nd.
Something, yeah.
Then I thought it would have had a bigger presence. But yeah, no, it is, I don't think there's anything that makes you lose your mind or kind of want to. Of course, Return to Monkey Island, massive. Glad to hear more about that in this random spotlight.
It's a Lucasfilm game. Or was.
It is, yeah.
It's time. So the show did open with a Tron identity reveal teaser. It's being made by Biffle Games, so presumably be some sort of puzzle narrative.
Tron Identity is a visual novel adventure following Query, a detective program tasked with uncovering the mystery of what was taken and by whom. Finding yourself in a world built on unstable foundations and filled with whispered knowledge, it's up to you to question suspects, investigate your surrounding, to piece together the truth.
Yeah, I'm keen for this, but the trailer was nothing. But it was even a blink and miss it bloody trailer. I'm pretty sure I sat
Yeah.
down the next second they were like, and that's a new Tron game coming. I was like, what? I looked down for a second.
Like,
and it was blink and gone. But anyway. Then we got...
Could
They
be
just
a
wanna be
big
like-
Tron
They just
weekend
wanna-
potentially.
Hey, what?
I know they've got a Tron panel after we're recording this, so
Do they?
yeah,
Okay.
on
They
the
just want
Sunday
to
of
be like-
D23. So
Hey, Mike Bithel's on the job. You like him.
Yeah.
yeah, they do good jobs. You like that John Wick game, right?
That John Wick game. I like the... There was the Volume game.
Thomas, is it Thomas Was Alone?
Thomas was
Was
alone.
his first?
Was
It was
Alone.
an amazing game.
Bunch of those real small games that he's put out. I played one of.
Yeah.
As a
The
recent memory.
Solitaire one,
Yeah, Solitaire Conspiracy. I haven't played that, but
the
yeah.
Volume.
Yep.
Volume was good.
Yeah. It's all that stuff.
Great PSP games, but
Mm.
PS Vita games.
Yeah.
Just largely.
Then we got Disney Illusion Island. So this is a 2D platformer game in which you can play as Mickey, Minnie, Donald, and Goofy, and it looks pretty good. I'm keen. This is... I wish they kind of made more Disney games like this, to be honest. Just sort of, I like the art style.
It used to be their bread and butter, you know.
Yeah, back on like the Nintendo consoles, I mean, this is a Nintendo console, I guess that's why it's... but yeah, like there used to be so many Disney like platformer games on those, like the NES and whatever else, NES, shit like that. So I think this looks really good. I'm keen for this. Does anyone else care about this? No? Alright. Fuck you all.
I'm not
no.
massive. I think it looks good. I like the art style. It won't make me pick up my Switch to play it though. So
But what would, to be honest?
Zelda,
Okay.
a game that runs properly on it.
You reckon this won't run properly on it?
This will, but not. I don't know. Move on before I offend it.
I think it looks alright. I like the humor. Obviously, the art style is very much reminiscent of the most recent Mickey Mouse show, the Wonderful World of Mickey Mouse. Yeah, I like some of the humor in there. I guess it'll be interesting to see how much of that is actually in the game, or whether it's just purely platforming. Like whether it's just rendered animations for this showcase piece, or
No, I reckon it's
cutscenes.
cutscenes in the game.
But they do the whole TBD joke thing. That doesn't seem like that's something that would be in the game.
Yeah, but then maybe that part was, but I reckon they will.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, we don't get a lot of. Well, we do get a lot of these, but not from like big IPs.
No,
You know?
not Disney characters and stuff, so
No.
it's cool. Then we got as aforementioned, Marvel's Midnight Suns got a trailer. They announced that the release date is... Let me close
December
this.
2.
December 2nd is when it's coming out. So originally they, of course, did delay it, and they're like, yeah, we don't know when it's coming out. And now they're like, yep, it's coming out December 2nd. So now that you know it's actually coming out this year, Kieran, are you back to being excited to play this? Or
Yeah, I was always on board to play it whenever it did come out. So it is a good platform to do it on. It's a great way to use the Marvel IP, and it's going back to being more akin to those Ultimate Alliance style games where it's more comic book based rather than kind of sticking a bit closer to the MCU. So I think it's exciting. And then on top of that, the intro teaser that they dropped that hits you in the nostalgia feels of waking up on Saturday mornings to watch X-Men and Spider-Man cartoons. Like it was a good time.
for what?
Did you not see
Are you talking about the
prequel.
prequel things?
the prequel
Yeah.
things? Yeah.
Yeah, okay, right. Yeah. I wasn't sure if that's what he was talking about. Ash, you're excited for this, so...
Yeah, I'm excited for this. So I'll be playing this while you guys are playing Callisto Protocol. So we'll all be happy.
I reckon you and Kieran will probably both be playing this, and I'll be playing Callisto Protocol.
I'll be playing Callisto Protocol.
You reckon you'll play Callisto Protocol over this?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I
Yeah.
thought you'd play this over Callisto, but...
No, I think Callisto Protocols is a more interesting title in terms of sitting down on the couch and hanging out and playing it through. Like, I think...
You don't want to be spoiled, whereas Midnight Sun's going to be there forever.
Yeah, Midnight Suns is something I could probably pick up and play whenever.
Okay. You came for these prequel short things as well then, I take it, everyone? 5 animated
Yeah.
shorts, I'll set up the backstory of certain characters
I mean,
again.
yeah. It'd be nice to see some of those characters again, because, Wolverine's not anything recently.
It might be for ages.
Then some of the less-known characters haven't been featured in anything recently, so...
And it's just nice to have that, 90s, early 2000s kind of feel to the intro. Like, it was just the music hit, the electric guitar, that kind of cool and epic kind of build up. I think.
Yeah,
it's,
the
yeah, 100%. It captures that X-Men's vibe perfectly. So, yeah, I think it's really exciting, and I think it's something to kind of even build up that anticipation even more.
Yeah, I kind of want to watch it because I want to know more about the character Magic, which I know sweet fuck all of, but I use quite a lot in Marvel Snap. So
should watch New Mutants.
Okay, really? Okay.
Yeah, Anya Taylor-Joy, she's great.
Is that who she plays in that?
Yeah.
Fuck, I did not know that. Is that true? Is that really who she plays?
Yeah.
Fuck, maybe I will watch it now. All right. Wild time.
It's not great, but, you know.
Yeah, I know. It's just... I assumed I'd watch it eventually for some content reason, but I didn't know that's who she played. There you go. Then we got Marvel Strike Force. Red Hulk's coming to the game if you played that. Marvel Snap got a trailer. Officially announced that the game will fully launch on October 18th, so that is worldwide. Of course, we may keep forgetting because we've been playing it for a couple months now, but the game
is that the end of this season, or...?
No, it'd be the end of the next season, I think, right?
Corporate.
Do you want to check how many days are left on the... I mean, I feel like the season... I feel like it ends at, like, the end of the month, so...
Because normally, with, like, 2 weeks in, right?
Yeah.
It'd be interesting that it wouldn't line up, would be my thinking.
No, but to be fair, when we got the beta starting here, it was only like 2 weeks into the Thor event.
That's true.
So yeah, exactly. So maybe it's better for them to do it that way, so it's not everything.
Yeah, there's 22 days remaining, so
yeah, so they'll be into next season when that happens. So I reckon the game will launch, and then they'll have a brief period, like a week, where maybe there's a crossover, and then they do like the mass, like first official season or some shit like that. But
yeah.
It's going to be interesting to see what major, you would assume, official launch, there'll be the first, like, there'll be a huge update to the game with hopefully a bunch of new...
Hopefully the matchmaking's good, otherwise it's just going to be a bunch of people getting smashed by people with all the cards.
Yeah, that as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how the game does launch. Because, no one in America's being able to play it unless they're playing a VPN.
Unless they're using VPN or
like something like that. But I'm keen.
Yeah, Marvel Snap.
I still play it. Ash still plays it, right? Kieran dropped off. So.
Yeah.
I did drop
like
off.
Everything.
You know me. Go hard and then
go hard and burn out. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I still play it every single day. I think I've played it every day since launch. I don't think I've missed a day. So.
Crazy.
I mean, I love card games, and having a card game that I can play for like 5 minutes a day and get like several matches in is like totally up my alley. So I'm all about that shit. Then we got Aliens Dark Descent. So this was revealed a couple months ago. They had a very quick look at it. Squad-based top-down tactical Aliens game. It looks pretty cool to me, to be honest, which is surprising because Alien games are usually shithouse. But it's coming to PC and consoles in 2023. Avatar Frontiers of Pandora. Around 15 seconds of this was shown. Yep. Fucking love that for Avatar fans. Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga is adding Cassian Andor, Reva from Obi-Wan series, Captain Rex and more in an upcoming character pack, and a Galactic edition of the game is coming out November 1st, which will include 13 character packs. Return to Monkey Island got a trailer with words from Domenico Marto, the voice of Guybrush Threepwood. Game still looks great. I'm keen to play it still. What did I say?
I think you said, did you say Threepwood?
What's his name?
Threepwood.
Threepwood. Is it? Okay, I wrote it wrong then. Super fan.
Yep.
It's okay.
It's fine. He was 5. Fictional character. Gargoyles Remastered was announced. This is cool. I definitely want to check this out. Probably won't finish it because I remember the game being hard. Actually, no, they might add like things where I can make it easier for myself. But I love Gargoyles. That was definitely a show I watched.
Bring it back.
Bring it back. Yeah. So I'm keen for this. They've done like the previous like Aladdin and Lion King and all those, that collection, Disney Classic collection. I was like, yeah, whatever. Don't really care for that. But Gargoyles Remastered, fuck yeah, all about that. Let me have a go at that. Disney Mirrorverse. So this I didn't actually know was a game, and when the trailer was playing, I was like, oh, this must be a new game or whatever. Nope. Game came out in June of this year. I have downloaded it. I haven't had a chance to play it yet because it actually looks like... I was looking at screenshots. I was like, this game looks pretty fucking intense for a mobile game, like graphic-wise and everything. So I've downloaded it. I've yet to play it. I thought this was a very cool trailer. So the trailer basically says that there's the upcoming event in the game is going to feature a bunch of villains, and the game is about like all the villains and heroes teaming up to fight against some of enemy or whatever else. But I'm actually sort of keen to dive into this one, give it a little bit of play around because I like this trailer. I was like, Ookie Boogie taking on Peach. Yeah, in between my Marvel Snap games. Yeah, exactly. Disney Speedstorm got a trailer. This game, I swear, is taking the longest time to come out because they announced it like 10 years ago, I feel. But anyway, it's the free-to-play kart racer with Disney characters. They announced, and Pixar and whatever else, but they announced that characters from Monsters, Inc. would be joining the kart racer, I guess, at launch or post-launch. I don't really know. I missed that memo. Disney Dreamlight Valley, which launched into early access this past week. They showed that off during the showcase and announced that Toy Story Adventure is coming to the game this fall. So, like, later this year, right? I think. Avatar Reckoning. So this was the game they spent a lot of time on, the Avatar game, not the one that everyone wants. But anyway, it is a free-to-play Avatar game that has PvE and PvP. And I gotta say, for a mobile game, it looks surprisingly good, like graphic wise and everything like that. When this trailer was playing at the start, I was like, oh no, maybe it's like a Switch game or some shit. But it turns out it was a mobile game. So, but it's just very, very weird. This got so much time, but the Avatar console game literally got like 15 seconds. It was weird. And then talk about weird. We got our first teaser for the Hanging and Skydance new media upcoming Marvel game that they announced, I don't know, like a month or two ago, probably. Not even that long ago, I swear.
Yeah.
But the trailer officially reveals its title as TBD and shows off that the game will be World War II.
Is it not called King Captain Soldier Spy?
I do not believe so. I think it's just... as the trailer says...
Well, that's what I'm going to call it, and I want to believe that it's a sequel to Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy.
Okay, fair enough. The game will focus on World War II, Captain America, Black Panther, some of the characters. That's about it. I thought this was very weird to reveal a game like this, a big Marvel game, and have no name. I found that odd.
I feel like they... I don't know, this does feel like, oh guys, we don't really have anything to announce at this big D23 thing. Can we come up with something, guys? Like, can we do something here?
I mean,
and then they turn around.
Come up with a name.
Well, maybe
you had time to animate this short.
Yeah,
you could have had another team brainstorming names.
What if they didn't like any of the brainstormed names? Maybe they've done exactly that. And they were like, no, these are shit.
Well, they could have gone #Untitled Captain America Black Panther game.
You know, maybe they are smarter than letting us title a sports show Grandstand Gurus or Pleasure Explosion. Maybe they have somebody with the balls to be like...
So what you're saying is they should have come to us for names.
What they have the balls of somebody who's like, hey, nah, let's not name this and rush this. Let's just put out a thing. People can name it, the buddy cop game of Captain America and Black Panther and friends. Yeah.
And to be honest, the teaser did I was like, yeah, whatever. I'm not going to get super excited about it.
That's pretty pog. If it's like the Saboteur game. It's not going to be, it's going to be.
I know Amy Hennig said on the stage afterwards or whatever that we couldn't watch. I know there was a quote going there that she got asked what the game was going to be like, and she's like, oh, it's going to be like my Uncharted work, but, better.
But, yeah, except you're going to play as 4 different characters.
Yeah, so it's going to be a third-person action game.
So it's going to be like Spider-Man, where everybody really loves playing Spider-Man, and then you have to play with Mary Jane for a small segment.
Maybe.
You're not as happy.
Which everybody loved. And then
everybody loved. Barry was very happy.
And then a powerless Miles Morales.
Yeah. Except these people look like they can do stuff and it won't be purely stealth missions. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to Cap and Black Panther's awesome Nazi adventures.
Yeah. That's also a good name, probably, yeah. And then a weirder move, I thought, in a showcase that I already found very weird. Instead of ending on that teaser trailer, I guess, which would have made sense to end on that because it didn't show fuck all.
Yeah.
They end on Marvel World of Heroes, which is the upcoming Niantic, the developers on Pokemon Go, their Marvel game with a trailer that doesn't even feature gameplay. It's just a typical Niantic trailer where it shows people out with, doing shit and whatever else. But I thought it was weird
So
to end on
are
this.
we going to play as the collector and collect all the different Marvel heroes?
I don't know, because in the trailer they're making it like
Put it in
you're
a
fighting
collection.
each other and stuff, like, or you're fighting something.
That's true.
Like you're teaming up.
Stealing their superpowers.
Yeah, fucking-
Really, it's the metaverse.
Oh, that's odd. Does anyone actually? Yeah. Look, anyone? You two who don't play any of these Niantic
Fuck no.
games. Yeah. Okay. There you go. That's it's not. Ash, does Marvel suddenly like more interest you than like Pokemon? Like as far as these things go? Or?
I mean, there's nothing in this that sells me on it immediately.
Yeah.
But you know, if they've got a good reason to have Niantic do a, you know,
I can tell you the reason. It's the amount of money Pokemon Go makes.
I mean, yeah,
That's the reason.
That is a fair point.
That's a good reason.
Okay, I was just looking to see if that NBA game is out yet.
No.
Yeah, it's out on early access, so yeah.
Oh, okay.
Install.
Is it?
See what that is.
Got to collect your LeBron Jameses and whatever else.
Yeah. You know, you got to catch 20 LeBron Jameses, and then I'll be able to merge them together and then trade it in for a $5 million contract. I don't know.
Designing this game as you go. But yeah, so that was the Disney and Marvel showcase. Very good. Cool. Good job, Disney. Marvel.
Yeah, I mean, again, so many things they didn't include, and such a short showing of Avatar, especially. Maybe I would understand it, especially we're about to go into it. There was a Ubisoft showcase, but they didn't really show anything off from the Avatar game. So yeah, weird decision. And the Spider-Man game's meant to come out next year, but again, that might be
Sony.
the rumors are Sony's got a showcase coming up. So
All right, talking about other things that happened before we do dive into that Ubisoft conference though. So CD Projekt Red revealed the first major expansion for Cyberpunk 2077 press start. It's called Phantom Liberty and features the return of Keanu Reeves as Johnny Silverhand alongside a cast of new characters. The expansion is described as a spy thriller, and it was said that it's a new style of plot that the team at CD Projekt Red is having a lot of fun with. The Phantom Liberty expansion will release in 2023. It was also confirmed today that Cyberpunk 2077's 1.6 update will be the last one for the PS4 and Xbox One, outside of some tech updates. But all new features, content from today onwards, including Phantom Liberty expansion, will only be available on PS5, Xbox Series XS, and PC. So, Ash, did you like this trailer? Do you want to play this content? How do you feel about them originally spending all this time making the game work on PS4 and Xbox One, only to a year later be like, yeah, fuck it, we can't, just fuck it.
I mean, it's interesting. I mean, I feel like Cyberpunk has had maybe a little bit of an image rehabilitation. Like, obviously, it's slowly built up some good grace, but pretty much saying, hey, this free DLC that we promised at launch is not coming to the two consoles that we launched this game on is a pretty wild call, I would say, especially given, you know, PlayStation 5s are still very hard to get, so people aren't going to be able to get it on PS5. You know?
Yep.
It's interesting.
You gonna play this, or do you want to play this?
Maybe if the reviews are good, you know. I've still got the copy around here somewhere.
Okay. Around here somewhere, he says.
Yeah, I did. I only played like a couple hours, so you know, just start fresh.
Kieran?
Yeah, well, the thing that they want to try different is by releasing a gameplay style that actually works and it isn't full with bugs and breaks. Yeah, no, I'm all about this. I think I've actually the last couple of weeks been semi for a hankering of like restarting and just having a playthrough of Cyberpunk. So, yeah, I think the game has been held off for, you know, they've put in a lot of work. They've made the game what they wanted it to be at launch a little bit more. I don't really care or bother with the fact that they're just not gonna. They've stopped releasing support for the PS4 and PS and the Xbox One, because I think, you know, at what point do you keep supporting a last generation console? But you know, it's a positive place at least, and they're working in the right direction. And I think it's nice that they haven't just given up on Cyberpunk, and they're still releasing content for it in terms of the expansion.
Well, that's not 100% true, because apparently this is the last piece of content that they said. And the people, I believe, on Cyberpunk thought there was going to be more. It was like, no, this is it. This is the last thing we're doing with our Red Engine or whatever. So,
how did you feel about the... did you watch the Edge Runners trailer, Kieran?
I did not know.
The Netflix anime? You haven't watched it?
No.
Oh, man.
I haven't watched Edge Runners, though.
Man.
Or
It's
the
not out
trailer
yet, the
for
trailer's
Edge
yet.
The
Runners. It's not out
trailer's
yet,
yet.
but I haven't watched the trailer for it.
All right.
I keep meaning
good.
to. I did see it the other day pop up.
Fake anime fan over here. Still haven't watched the
I
trailer.
watch one anime at the moment. It's about soccer / football.
Fucking fake.
And I need to catch up on a whole bunch of other stuff.
I've watched it, just so you know.
Damn. It's impressive.
all right, Dylan, let's go talk about some anime.
I was gonna say, we talk about some anime.
Let's talk about
Kieran,
some
you
fucking-
can take a break. Me and Dylan...
I got this shit. All right, Overwatch 2 will lock new heroes behind its Battle Pass leak details. Say, right, Polygon. It's crazy. Me and Ash didn't see this coming. Overwatch 2 will seemingly make a major change to how Blizzard Entertainment rolls out new heroes for the game, according to leaked details about the sequel's Battle Pass design. Instead of being available to all players immediately when they launch, new heroes will be available to premium Battle Pass owners on release, while other players will unlock them by progressing through the free Battle Pass track or outright paying for them. Those leaked details also include the name of Overwatch's next hero, Kiriko. Is that like Sword Art Online?
That's Kirito.
Oh, sorry. See, I'm a weeb. I see everything to me is weeb related. I just connect everything to anime.
No, but you're not a weeb because you didn't know the difference between two similar but different Japanese names.
No, that was a joke. Fuck. A support cast character who has previously been teased in trailers for Overwatch 2. Blizzard has not officially announced Kiriko, but has committed to adding new support for Overwatch 2's launch in October. Yeah, so I think this is totally fine because this is what I expected. But Kieran, as someone who's actually plays the game, how do you feel?
I feel good about it. I don't care because I'll just be buying battle passes, so it's
Yeah,
like it's not
you're
like
gonna
I
get the
have to
character
work for it. I think it's an interesting factor. I think a lot of the biggest problem with this for the Overwatch community is that Overwatch 1 was built on the ability to swap characters and the ability to swap mid-game and to be able to, counter-pick the enemy team. And now there's potential where you need to swap to a certain character and your support player will be like, no, I haven't got him unlocked yet. And then can't play it. And I think, people have say to that. I think this has been a long time coming in terms of it's semi-expected. I didn't believe they would do it, but I think it's an understandable solution. I think the fact that it's available in the free Battle Pass, it's like majority of people who are complaining, you're going to be playing Overwatch anyway, so you're going to end up getting the character even if you don't want to buy the Battle Pass. Like, this already works for games like Valorant and Apex. Of course, going to free-to-play, we were going to get some of these features included in Overwatch. So it's just as interesting that they are, at launch, they'll be releasing 3 characters. 2 characters are already very well known, have been played throughout the betas and in Overwatch League, but only the one, I believe, Kiriko, will be unlockable in the Battle Pass. So it's an interesting precedent that they're setting. It's John Spector originally came out because I think the director, I think it is, for Overwatch is come out and he had to put it right that no, you'll be able to get this in the free Battle Pass. That's not just the premium Battle Pass. The premium Battle Pass just means that you get the access to the character instantly. It is what it is. I think I'm very excited. We're almost down to 20 days until Overwatch 2 is released. So it's we'll see an official launch trailer and official announcement about this character coming soon, with a lot more information. And I think that's the shitty thing about leaks. Once again, is that it's only partial information, and the developers haven't been able to kind of give everybody the required information about this change. Yeah,
it's actually weird. I was looking at our calendar the other day, putting some stuff in, and I saw the Overwatch 2 release date, and then I was like, holy fuck, that's coming out fast. Because I was like, oh wait, that's PAX week. Yeah.
Sure is.
Oh, crazy PAX week. Talk about what I've been playing. I've been playing a little bit of Splatters, also known as Splatoon 3, also known as Splattoon.
Can I ask, right?
My way home.
In minor spoilers for She-Hulk this week. Since Wongers Have you started adopting like putting slang
Probably.
in? Like,
Woggers!
have you just been turning different words into "ers" at the end words now? As like a, as like a
Two
thing?
R's, I don't know why, but it's not where you think.
You know what? I said that in a joke the other day with another person. I was like, "Where's the Y?" It's like, it's not what you think.
Splatters with 2 T's and an L, but it's not where you think. No, it's exactly where you think. Got him. But I've been playing Splatoon 3. It's pretty fun. I've been enjoying it. Other than, so my only major problem is the game does have some technical, or no, network issues, I guess, out the gate, like just sort of long queue times, disconnected issues and stuff like that. The most annoying is like when I go to start like what they call an Anarchy series, which is, you know, sort of, I guess the game's equivalent to like a ranked mode where it's like best, you know, so you play 5 matches, 3 losses, you're out sort of thing. So trying to get a best out of 5 scenario. And like I jump into a match of one of those and it's like 10 seconds in, it's like, oh, disconnect. And then I get a loss. I'm like, I was in that match for literally 10 seconds. Can I not reconnect to the match? Like, what the fuck is the... I was like, that's kind of bullshit. So stuff like that has been a little bit annoying, connection issue-wise. But otherwise, I'm enjoying it. I only ever played... So my Splatoon history... I've played... this so far, this is my most played Splatoon game. I played maybe like 2-3 hours of Splatoon 2. I did randomly pick that up at one stage around the time the DLC released. The one where they added like the single player story stuff thing. I can't remember what that was called. But anyway, around that time I did pick it up and play a couple hours of that. But I never played Splatoon 1, so I'm not like a deep Splatoon fan or anything, but I'm enjoying this for what it is. I think my favourite mode I've played so far, so you have like the normal, what do they call it, turf wars. So you have the normal turf wars, which is literally just, you know, 4v4, you're trying to paint, you know, take out enemies, and just the winner is the team who has like the most surface painted at the end of the match. They're fine, they're enjoyable. But then in the Anarchy series, they sort of change up the objectives. So like the one I was playing last night, Losing Horrible At on twitch.tv/Explosion Network, was simply the team to hold a certain position, the longest one. But the version I was playing prior to that, off stream, earlier in the morning when I played it for a little bit, was there's like a moving tower around the map, and only like 2 people can stand on it, sort of thing. But you're sort of trying to hold. It's like King of the Hill, but like on a moving target sort of thing. So that mode was quite fun because to try and like keep on top of that for as long as possible, or get the enemy off and stuff like that. I thought that was good, fun. And then I've also got, so then the other couple modes in the game is you do have like the single player stuff, which I've played maybe, no, I've only played like the first 2 levels of it, I think. It's fine. Like there's no big story or like super extravagant level design, or, you know, like it is very much like a single player that is designed to introduce you to the game's mechanics and get you to get a grip on Splatoon before you sort of dive more into the multiplayer, I guess, which is fine. And then you've got, I can't remember what the other mode is called, the PvE one. Anyway, the PvE mode where you team up with 3 other players, and you like take on hordes of like waves of enemies with boss enemies and stuff like that, and you're sort of trying to collect these golden eggs that they drop and points and stuff like that, where you know, like if one of your friends die, you have to revive them, because if you all die, you lose, and stuff like that. So that's actually quite a bit of fun, and stuff gets really hectic at times with different like enemies spawning from everywhere, and you're like running out of ink, and you're like, oh god, what the fuck am I going to do now, sort of thing. So that's pretty good. But and overall, I think as far as reviews I saw at launch day, everyone's opinion seemed to be the same for good or bad. It's like most people seem to be saying, hey, Splatoon 3 is more Splatoon 2 but a bit better, which I feel like is exactly what most, I guess, Splatoon fans wanted anyway. Like, it's just, they didn't reinvent the wheel. It's just, hey, it's that game you like with some new stuff. We didn't change too much. There's some new different types of weapons and stuff, but we didn't change too much. So it's cool. And I still think, as someone who's, yeah, as I said, like definitely the most I've played of Splatoon is with this game now. I still think it's like one of Nintendo's more recent like cool franchise IPs that they've tried doing. Like they were like, let's try and get into like the competitive shooter market, but do it kid friendly. You know, like let's do it the Nintendo way. Yeah.
probably their most successful new franchise, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's the only one that survived.
No.
I mean, they've put two editions out on the Switch.
Yeah, sure.
What other franchises had multiple, other than Kirby?
Everything else that they put out goes to die, aka ARMS.
Rip.
Yep.
And other battle rope. I think there was another mech game that was put on the Switch for it.
That wasn't their first party though. I don't think.
No, but still, yeah.
No. But yeah, it's generally pretty fun. There's some cool features in there. I don't think that card game's in it yet, or maybe I haven't unlocked it. That's the one thing I haven't tried from the announcement, where they added that virtual card game in it. I'm I haven't found that anyway. Maybe it's not in it yet. Maybe I missed the memo about that. But and then I'm sure you would have seen the hilarious fact that at launch day, because of the Queen dying, that every character and all the walls are spray painted saying the Queen's dead and all this sort of stuff. And I'm like, man, Splatoon's a weird game. It's like Splatoon is a weird game. And then Splatoon 2, there was a story at Kotaku I saw yesterday where people jumping into Splatoon 2 and all the characters saying stuff like, rest in peace, see you in Splatoon 3, or stuff like that where the characters are saying. So, yeah, some funny stuff happening there. Yeah. Splatters. Alright, so main topic, let's talk about the Ubisoft conference theme. Well, it's not really a conference, I guess. It's called Ubisoft Forward. Anyway, it happened early 5 a.m. on Sunday is when it happened, yesterday, as of you're listening to this. Ubisoft Forward 2022. They didn't really lie about what they were going to show ahead of time. They did reveal, they're like, hey, we're going to talk about Skull and Bones. Hey, we're going to talk about Assassin's Creed. And we're going to talk about Mario, Rabbids, Sparks of Hope. And that is the majority of what made up this showcase, which is perfectly fine. Nothing, I don't mind getting ahead of the curve with them announcing what they're going to show. It's interesting because, yeah, it is half the shows just Ubisoft going over a bunch of different franchises. Then it does switch into this different Assassin's Creed showcase where there's just an exuberant, ridiculous amount of Assassin's Creed news that is dropped during this one segment. It's almost too much to take in. But let's sort of break it up so we don't get too much confused. On the Ubisoft side of stuff, just that, not including the Assassin's Creed part of it. Ash, what do you think of what they had to show on that side?
I mean, it was fine. There was just a lot of updates to either games that we knew were kind of coming out, or games that are obviously live service games that they're running. Yeah, it was adequate.
Okay.
I mean, the only big surprises were the Division updates that I guess we hadn't heard much about, but yeah.
Okay.
Dude, there was a massive section on Trackmania. Trackmania went for a while, and I was like, oh, you guys don't really have much to talk about this year, hey?
They're bringing it. Did they take it off the store? Is that what the store
No, the
was?
announcement was it's coming to consoles and cloud services. So it's currently on PC, so it's coming to consoles and stuff, and it's going to be cross-play and cross-progression, is what the announcement was.
Also, I was trying for ages to try and figure out what that symbol thing was underneath Trackmania, and then finally clicked it. It's their attempt to do a T and an M.
It's a T and an M, just they're made with the same
The
parts.
M looks terrible.
Well, it
doesn't look like an M.
It's the same parts of the T, just turned inwards. It looks more like an N. That's fair, but Trackmania.
No.
But yeah, you know what? We got more Skull and Bones. I popped pretty hard for Rayman to be included in the DLC for the Rabbids game. Everything outside of the Assassin's Creed showcase was just very, kind of boring, very light year. It's kind of like, okay, has Ubisoft got a lot in the tank for next year? There was no the set going dark and 3 green lights.
There never is.
They keep messing up.
They keep fucking it up.
They're waiting for crowds, I guess, maybe.
Yeah, I think it's just very much a case of, this year they're we've got Assassin's Creed 15 years anniversary. We're going to go and invest a whole bunch of time into that.
It was literally half the Ubisoft thing, so yeah that's why I was like, Let's just
They literally should have done them in 2 different days.
nearly should have, but yeah.
Or they should have just, not done the first half and just been like, fuck it, we'll just do an Assassin's Creed one.
So there was some stuff I definitely liked in here. I probably liked half of this and not, like, if I went through, like, Mythic Quest Season 3 trailer, fuck yeah.
Yes.
Like, the Netflix stuff I thought was pretty cool. A few of the Division announcements I quite liked, and the Mario plus Rabbids stuff I was really excited about. I thought that was really great. So let's just jump into that, because that's what kicked off the show. They had about 10 minutes on Mario plus Rabbids, I think, once you combine the gameplay with the cinematic trailer and all this other sort of stuff. But this game looks, as someone, like, I was very excited for the first Mario plus Rabbids game, and then I fell off it because I found it too hard. Like, not even like in a fun, hard way. It was just like annoyingly hard. Like, I wasn't enjoying that. It's like that fine line between, like, it's difficult, but I'm still enjoying it sort of thing. I was like, I don't know why this game's so hard for a Mario plus Rabbids tactical game. I was like, this game shouldn't be that hard. I feel like it's just
Mario plus Rabbids game telling you to keep good.
Yeah, it really was, and I found it quite
Did
annoying.
you write an article about why you quit?
No, I should have though. I could have got some good clicks for the website. But this gameplay they showed off, so there's a lot of changes between the gameplay between this and the original, because this now the combat is real time instead of turn based. So like all the actions happening as you do them. It makes the game just all in all feel a lot more lively, and you're not just like.
But it's still turn-based.
It's turn-based, but you like it's.
It's not wait for everybody to.
No, yeah.
Do their moves and then go.
Yeah. But the combination, they've also added a lot more ways the characters can. Like in the previous game, you could do power moves, like team up moves, but they were always sort of like, it was just like, it doesn't seem as, at least based on this gameplay trailer, that it seems a lot more fluent, I guess, in this, or just like easier, or stuff that just makes a lot more sense and cooler, I guess, at the same time. I like the way how it's all sort of coming together. And then I also like the addition they show for the sparks themselves, these creatures that you can pick and choose for different characters to bring into battle, and it gives them different powers that you can then use. So that adds a lot of variability to the way you can go into different battles, and the fact that you can pick, it seems at least that you can pick at the start of every battle which 3 characters you're bringing into battle, or 4 characters, whatever it is, that you bring into battle, and what sparks you're bringing. So you don't need to like set up your team at the start of the level and then you're stuck with them for that level unless you go back to the start to sort of switch party members, or some combination of gameplay mechanic like that. It's just at the start you can change them up and stuff. So but yeah, this level they showcase where you've got what the fuck is that, the giant caterpillar thing called? I already fucking forgot.
No idea.
Mr. Oh, Wiggler.
Wiggler.
The Wiggler. Like I thought this, like as a level design as well, I thought this looked really cool, like having this giant thing running alongside while you're fighting stuff on the train and whatever else, and then the little tidbits they showed of exploring the overworld and the location that they were showing off here, where there's like heaps of secrets and stuff to find. All in all, like it's hard to tell, like just based off this, because it is a trailer obviously, but it even looked like exploring seems to reap more rewards than the first game and stuff. So I'm pretty keen for this, and it's out next month. I'm hoping that this lives up more to what I thought the first one would be, because I think this looks pretty cool. I was quite impressed with the gameplay and everything.
It does look a lot more dynamic than the first one does.
Yeah.
Like, especially with obviously this level looks vastly improved to all the grid-based kind of
combat and stuff for the first one.
Yeah, or the first one. So
you gonna play it? Right?
Maybe. I never got around to playing the first one. I know the game is around the house somewhere, but
okay,
maybe.
Yeah. It's out October 20th, so just right around the corner, really. And then as Kieran said before, they did announce that there are 3 DLCs in plan for post-launch, of which the third one will add Rayman to the game. So you're actually going to be able to play Rayman and Mario on a team together, which is...
And Rabbids.
Yeah, true, I guess. But for the first time, they'll all be in a game properly together, so that's kind of cool.
Crazy.
Skull and Bones was up next. The latest trailer didn't really show off too much. Kieran's walked off because either he decides he likes this game now, or I don't know. Like, I thought the bit was Ash liked it now. I can't remember what the bit was. Is it a bit, or do you just like this game?
I'm not going to play it probably. One, because it's God of War is going to be out pretty much the same day. And they pretty much turned into you playing it as the boat. They tried to trick us into thinking you weren't playing as a boat, but you're playing as the boat.
I mean,
You the boat.
I feel like I saw someone tweet it, and I can't remember who it was, but
And not the best of all time, just the boat.
someone tweeted that, and I didn't realize this, but apparently all those people that they got to do talk on a video streamers or whatever are all very prominent Sea of Thieves streamers.
I don't know. No, they're not.
Well,
They're not. I know none of them.
well, that's what someone was saying.
Are you, Kieran? Are you a massive Sea of Thieves fan?
No. But if they were going to do, they would include like. The thing is, even if it's just for Sea of Thieves, I expected to have heard of some of them. They were just.
They all look like they were getting paid.
They were all look like they were some C tier.
They all look like they were reading some cue cards. You know what I mean?
60 viewer Andes that were given a payday to play to kind of review the game and to give out the thing.
Okay.
If they were going to, they'd have somebody like Summit was very largely involved in Sea of Thieves for the longest time, but I don't think they could afford him. He's committed to Sea of Thieves. These are people who didn't quite hit it big enough in Sea of Thieves. Like, this is the next big thing. It even fucking worse.
It's like this is the people who like jumped onto the NFT thing. Like, yeah, this is going to be the next big thing. I'm going to make sure I'm here on the ground floor.
Yeah, as someone who went from being excited to this game to not really caring anymore. The only cool thing I think from this trailer was the announcement the game will have crossplay at launch. That's cool. Like, I think that'll help its.
It needed it.
Yeah, I was about to say. I think that's going to definitely help its. If it's going to have any life in it, I feel like crossplay at launch is needed.
It will have a life. It will have a very niche audience, much in the way that For Honor has a niche audience, and a bunch of their other Riders Republic, I assume, has a very niche audience.
Yeah, if you want to skip it, Riders Republic gets an announcement for Season 4. I was like, Season 4? There was seasons to this game? Like, what the fuck is going on there? That's crazy. I mean, look, I still kind of want to play the game. In fact, I think I got a code. But I just never even played it. I think they sent me 2. Yeah, they did, actually. Ubisoft sent 2. Jacob reviewed it for us. I was reviewing something else. I never played it. Anyway, he reviewed this for us. I think from memory, he liked it. Like, he thought it was fine. So
it does sound
that's
familiar.
ring a bell. I mean, in general, I think all reviews were like, the game's fine. But I was like, this game has seasons? That's crazy. Anyway, they're adding BMXs now, so...
It's already up to season 4.
How did they not have BMXs?
I don't know.
Wasn't bikes one of the game?
Republic.
Yeah, they're
motorbikes.
They had motorbikes.
Motorbikes. Like,
Yeah. I could
watch you pedaling.
if yous were like, Dylan, we're fucking like Riders Republic super fans, like, come play the game with us. I could very easily see myself being like, if yous were playing this, I could definitely play this. You know what I mean? Like, it would only take people to play. Like, I'm not like, this game looks terrible. Like, the game to me has always looked fun. I'm just like, this definitely seems like it's way more fun if you're playing with people, not just playing
this
alone.
would be a game I would try if it was on Game Pass or...
Did you know you can get 1 month free or a week free of Ubisoft Plus or whatever the fuck they kept talking about throughout the entirety of this show?
It was a month.
Was it a month? Yeah. Did you know?
Yeah.
Did you know?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, Jacob gave it an 8.5. So.
8.5. There you go. So
It's pretty high.
pretty high.
High up there.
I thought I remember him enjoying it. So. The Division 2 is apparently still getting content. Year 5 of the Division 2.
Do Ubisoft games ever really?
No, apparently not. So yeah, apparently
Unless you're Hyperscape.
Apparently, oof.
Or soon to be Roller Champions.
Oof.
Oh.
Or Beyond Good and Evil 2.
If you're a Tom Clancy game, you never die unless you're Heartlands. Like Ghost Recon Heartlands.
I mean, yeah. Beyond Good and Evil, that's kind of more like a miscarriage.
Yeah. Oh my
dying.
god.
Evil. Oh, mate. It's okay, everybody. We're all part of the first Beyond Good and Evilers club that was
Or Rainbow Six
put up
Siege.
there fucking years ago.
Or whatever the game was called before they rebooted it. Which I have a t-shirt for somewhere. Did I ever tell you that? I'll probably mention it before. I pre-ordered Rainbow Six, what now is Siege, right? That's what it's called now, right? Yeah?
I think it's always been called Siege.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So I pre-ordered the game prior to that, when it had a single player mode and everything. And you can probably still find the trailer out there for the original release of that game. I pre-ordered the game. You got given a T-shirt when you pre-ordered it. Then it didn't come out for like a couple of years. Eventually, they scrapped it. It became what now is Rainbow Six Siege. And I didn't end up buying that. So I got a free T-shirt because I moved my money to another pre-order. So fucking damn. And now it's a collector's item because the game doesn't even exist anymore. Ash, I can tell with his eyes, is like quickly scanning like Wikipedia or some shit trying to find like what the original story behind this is.
Yeah, I can't find anything straight away. So
You tell me I'm making this up? I'm not fucking making
so.
this up. Rainbow Six Siege before Siege. Is that a real sentence? There's a video here. Rainbow Six Siege in 2015 versus 2021. Oh no, hold on. That's just probably what.
it's just comparing them.
Yeah, it's just comparing them. Rainbow's cancelled. Rainbow.
Patriots. No.
I think that's what it was. That sounds correct. Patriots sounds like a real game. Maybe. Yeah, that sounds like it. Yeah, that's it.
Damn
That's it. That is the game. That's what it's called. Rainbow Six. Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Patriots is a cancelled first-person video game part of Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six series, announced on the cover of December 2011 issue of Game Informer. It was also to be published by Ubisoft and developed by the company's Montreal studio, with additional development by Ubisoft Toronto Red Storm Entertainment. Due to the death of Tom Clancy in October 2013, concern was raised that the game would become the last to bear his name. Ubisoft has since said that they'll continue putting Tom Clancy's names on the Tom Clancy titles out of respect to the late author. Patriots was cancelled in 2014 after it was announced in 2011. Instead, Ubisoft started development on a new Rainbow Six game called Siege. So, there you go. See? I didn't make this up. It was a real game.
Incredible. So where is this shirt?
In a box
I was
somewhere.
gonna say, can you go put it on?
I
for us?
do not have it easy access because I
You
don't
wear it to
wear
PAX?
Yeah, no.
Wear it to PAX. If you wear it, they tour PAX the morning of.
But if I wear a shirt that says Rainbow Six Patriots, which I presume is what has on it, people are going to think I'm like a
Really?
fucking Donald Trump supporter or some shit. You know?
Yeah. Check on eBay.
Wait,
How much?
You're not?
MAGA for life!
No, you did a shit job with that. You're no
Yeah,
Donald Trump fan. Get out.
Tip my hat! I'm trying to pretend I've got a cap on it. Wish I had a cap. Oh, hold on.
Wait, so you have a Rainbow Six Siege where you don't have a cap? Oh, this has gone infinitely worse. He didn't have a normal cap.
Yeah,
Audio
that's certainly a
listeners.
red hat.
MAGA for life! Is that do it? I tip my hat to you,
You have
sir.
to wear that.
So,
You're wearing that.
Stop
for
the
us to
steal.
Stop the steal!
Lock her up.
Build the wall! What about them emails?
We don't have time to stop the podcast, so you need to keep wearing that.
They were declassified.
David, the click right emails! What about emails? You talk about? Build my wall!
Become
Stay out of my country! Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, so the division.
The Division Patriots is what I am. I'm a true goddamn. I truly am a goddamn patriot. Wait. Yeah? What? What happened? I felt like I got controlled. Sometimes I wonder, you know, like.
So what you're saying is the cap from Super Mario Odyssey is Trump supporter.
Cappy is a true blue MAGA support.
So stick with his red cap brethren.
Meanwhile, the Cap from Minish Cap, the green hat, left as fuck. Voted Bernie. What the fuck are we talking about? I'm dying.
The Division, right?
The Division, right. That's how we got, yeah. I need a sip of water, I swear to God. I broke Kieran. You right there, Kieran? No, he shakes his head. It's fine, we'll move on. The Division Heartland. So, this is the free-to-play standalone adventure survival game. Looks alright, I guess. That's about my thoughts on that. I'll play it, maybe.
It didn't look very good, did it?
Not really. I mean, it's free to play, so I can try it, but yeah. It's yeah, I gotta be honest. If you watch the, I just opened up the trailer for the mobile game, which we'll talk about in a second. I think the mobile game looks about as good as this. So, you know, which one is the mobile game, really?
I suspect it was probably both.
Maybe it's both.
And maybe they're
Why not both?
But yeah, I mean, I'll probably try it free to play. I like how they keep talking about like it'll add lore to the universe. I'm like, who gives a fuck about the Division lore? But anyway,
Hey, the Division lore's pretty cool. Not gonna lie.
I mean, the base for the story is cool, but I don't know, like if there's like to continue after that, I don't know if I care about. I played both games. I have no idea about any of the characters or what happened, you know. And then when they announced the Division Resurgence, well, they probably already announced this, but anyway, the Division Resurgence is a mobile game. The trailer showed off that the Dark Zone's coming to it. This looks pretty good for a mobile game. Again, I feel that was like my takeaway. It was a decent looking mobile game. The fact you're going to have a Division game in the palm of your hands that let you play PvP in the Dark Zone, that's pretty cool. So, and I guess the thing, again, for people who are like, why the fuck do they keep making mobile games? Mobile games is a huge market. It makes a lot of money. A lot of people actually like playing games on their phone more than consoles because it's just easier for them. And people spend a bunch of money on good phones and just... It's true. I hate to break it to you, Kieran, but it's true. As much as it blows your mind. It's just a simple fact of life. So, I mean, yeah, this looks pretty good, I feel, for... I don't know if it's exactly where I'd want to play the Division, as I have every other console in the world, but kind of cool. Then they announced Rainbow Six Mobile's coming. So they did a bunch of alpha tests. There's an upcoming beta test. It's only going to be for Android users, and it's not coming to Australia. So there's all the fuck you Apple and fuck you Australia. Anyway, the new beta will give you access to a battle pass or whatever else. I feel like having Rainbow Six Mobile be successful would be a high priority for Ubisoft because Call of Duty does so well as a first-person shooter and on the mobile. So they've shown that there is definitely a market and a place for a high-quality, well-produced... Because as I said, I played that... Like, I put probably nearly an hour into Call of Duty Mobile just to... Because, you know, after it was in the game, you know, it was always, like, nominated and winning.
That's what they're looking for, people to play 1 hour of the game.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, it's not something I'm going to sit there and play forever, but I did play, like, a few rounds, Team Deathmatch and whatever else, and I was shocked how good it looked, how well it played with touch controls and everything. Like, I was like, I get it, like, to a degree. I get it to a degree. Not for me, but I get it. Netflix games. So then Ubisoft announced a partnership with Netflix to bring 3 exclusive games to Netflix over the next year. So the first of which I think is the most exciting. So Valiant Hearts 2 is coming to the platform. So a sequel to Valiant Hearts. It's been coming from the original creator. It's coming in January of next year. That's pretty damn cool. Pretty good get, I would say. Then they said...
Hearts 1 was pretty amazing.
Sorry?
Valiant Hearts 1 was pretty amazing.
Yeah. So you going to play this?
Probably not.
Yeah, okay, because it's on your phone, so... Yeah. Then you've got the next chapter of Mighty Quest. I don't actually know what that means, but anyway. And then there's an Assassin's Creed game coming. 1 of 2. We'll talk about that one in a little bit. But so an Assassin's Creed game as well. So all of these games will be exclusive to Netflix. What that means, and we've talked about this before, but I still feel it's something that Netflix is trying to push by adding games to the service over the last couple of months, is if you log into Netflix's app on your phone, there is a way to access games. Now, this is where and how all these things work. There's not a separate Netflix app. There's not a separate subscription service. It's, hey, if you have Netflix, you get access to these games. We've talked about previously how Netflix has hired, I think he was an ex-EA dude or whatever it was to head up their games department and stuff. Netflix is very much trying to push more into the games market, and I feel like this partnership with Ubisoft to get a bunch of exclusive games on their service, I think is a good idea. They are, of course, also working on the live-action Assassin's Creed Netflix series, which I presume is going to come out next year or something like that. Then we got a trailer for Mythic Quest Season 3. Looks fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I liked all the crypto metaverse jokes and stuff. That was good shit. It was a lot going on in this trailer to the point that I was like, have I missed a season? But
It's been so long.
It's been so long, yeah. I guess that's the thing.
I'm pretty sure
Been so long.
the last season came out start of last year.
And then they had the COVID specials and whatever else.
No, like, let me just double check.
Oh, the actual second season.
Like, no myth. Yeah, season 2 came out early 2021.
Yeah, okay. I can't remember, honestly. It feels like it has been forever. Kieran, have you ever started this show?
No.
You should.
I realised after, because I only did the trial of Apple TV the other week to watch Ted Lasso. I should have also watched this, and I didn't.
Yeah, we should.
Guess you'll have to give Apple some money.
You could have
Which
had a year free, right? They gave you about 8 months to redeem a year free, and you failed to do so.
Makes
So-
sense.
All you had to do was open the
Yeah.
Apple TV app on your PS5.
Yeah.
Huh?
So I'm not even joking. I think it was about 8 months because it was originally 6 months, and then they extended it a couple months more. All you had to do was log into Apple TV account on the PS5, and they gave you a free year. And even I, who already had a subscription, just got a free year added onto what I was already paying for.
Bargain. Yeah.
But it's fun. It's crazy because websites like ExplosionNetwork.com actually posted news stories saying that this is the thing that you should do.
Damn, I missed it.
It's crazy.
Probably need to.
I'm pretty sure we
Proof.
talked about it on this podcast.
Pretty sure, yeah.
Most likely.
Yeah.
Most likely.
That's crazy. It's crazy.
Probably tweeted about it
Yeah.
from the at Explosion Pod. On
It
Twitter.
really makes me
Maybe.
feel like 8 months isn't enough time for everyone to like do something like this. I know that doing it probably takes like 5 minutes, but 8 months, it's not a lot of time, is it? Is it, Kieran?
Yeah,
It's not a lot of time.
It's barely any time.
It's not a lot of time, is it?
I think you're overestimating the amount I care about Apple TV and having access to it, whether that's free or not.
Yo, you fucking care.
What, the Emmy Award and Oscar-winning content on Apple TV Plus?
Coda. Severance.
I'll
The
give you a
Beastie
fucking
Boys
second for a
movie.
second.
Ted Lasso.
I watched that and like
Coming back.
Snoopy.
Snoopy. Mariah Carey Christmas special.
Which
Christmas
show
is
are we
coming
on?
up. Kieran,
Yes.
Christmas is coming up.
Which show?
Where the
What
fuck
show-
are
what
you
show?
watching Mariah Carey this Christmas time, Kieran?
What, Dylan, are you okay? Has it been a long day?
I've been up since 4:45, so yes, it's been a long day.
Yeah, okay, it's one of those
And then
days.
it's
Lucky we don't have to record a bunch of
yeah,
stuff.
I was gonna say I bail after.
I
this
got
one.
stock take tomorrow.
You guys-
I all day preparing for stock take after being up since 4:45, and I was nearly late to work because I was fucking writing news articles trying to get them up. Oh, fucking ridiculous. Anyway, hey, what shall we do? Trackmania was next. So Trackmania is coming to consoles, as I talked about before, so we can't cover that. Rocksmith, they showed a trailer. I don't know what the fuck they were talking about other than the fact that it's a game. Just Dance 2023 is a game. You can play online with friends now. That was I think the takeaway
I
from
mean,
that.
smart move, really. It seems like a thing they needed to do if they hadn't already.
Yeah.
You know?
They should have done it, I don't know, like 2
COVID.
years ago when COVID started, but it's fine. Better
Yeah,
late than
can you
never.
imagine?
Better late than never.
Can
Crazy.
you imagine if that was in place? Like, everybody would be playing. I feel like this is a very weirdly cut together trailer, especially when they're like, here's the songs that are going to be in the game. And you don't use any of the music. It's just one licensed song
Yep.
of everything.
They couldn't be fuck paying
It's
for
like,
us.
okay.
That's fine. I miss the on-stage dances.
I couldn't pay for it.
That's what I miss. On-stage crazy dances.
Yeah. Yusuf did his best, but yeah.
Right, let's move into the next part. Assassin's Creed Showcase. So... Alright, we'll run through all the announcements, but let's get I want to get the number one thing out of the way, which is that Kieran apparently was so enamored by this Assassin's Creed part of the showcase that he's like, oh, that's it. I'm going to fucking play all the games. He can barely play anything that comes out from year 2022.
I'm not gonna. I said it would be cool to play all the games. I am tempering my own expectations. I will barely get through the first.
I was going to say, there's no way. So you've installed the first one on what?
I installed my first one on the first one on my Xbox.
On your
So,
Xbox?
like Assassin's Creed Origins, right?
No, I'm talking about
Like
like,
a Black Flag, then.
no.
Like the Ezio collection.
before that. The original game that hasn't been remastered, so you have to play.
No, that's
The
just that's the
360
Michael
version?
Fassbender movie.
Trivia question, Ash. Who is the lead character of the first Assassin's Creed game? Go.
No idea.
It's Altair.
You know?
You fucking
I
suck.
hear-
Altair?
Altair.
Altair is awesome.
Altair, oh, okay.
He's like
Come on.
edgy as fuck.
The true edgelord. Yeah, so I reckon you get about halfway and stop.
The thing is, right? I reckon I make it through Assassin's Creed 2.
So you're saying you're going to finish Assassin's Creed 1?
Yes, just for the sake of, I'm just going to beeline it through the story. I'm not going to do any of the bullshit side quests. I'm not going to collect anything extra. I'm just going to play the story.
And then you're saying you're going to beat Assassin's Creed 2 or just play Assassin's Creed 2?
Yeah, I love the shit out of Assassin's Creed 2 when it first came out, so I'm definitely will play Assassin's Creed 2 and beat it.
Well,
I think the one that'll get me unstuck is Revelations. Will get me massively unstuck.
So you reckon you're going to beat Assassin's Creed 2, Assassin's Creed 2 Brotherhood,
Yeah.
not Assassin's Creed Revelations.
No.
So I never played Revelations.
I started Revelations and it had a weird storyline, so I stopped.
Okay. So what
Right.
part of this showcase, or was it just the general Assassin's Creed love?
There's just an Assassin's... I love Assassin's
wow,
Creed.
it's 15 years old.
No, I don't give a fuck about 15 years old.
Exactly, 15 is a dominant.
We apologise to a
Oh my
15-year-old
god,
listener.
not again.
No,
Not again.
15's
Fuck
okay, I
15-year-olds.
guess.
No, I think... I don't know, watching this and just the amount of Assassin's Creed characters played by real people that kind of look the same really got the I don't know. I love the Assassin's Creed in terms of... It's just my style of fiction. It's... I love Secret Society stuff. If I could just play all the Assassin's Creed games minus the real life aspect of it, like the modern day.
Animus, or whatever it's called.
You're gonna
Animus crap?
You're gonna
Like-
love the fact that that's exactly how they're gonna be going forward.
Yeah, if it's just that, that's all. I care about.
Yes, they are.
Like,
Are
if
they
it's
there?
just that, I'd have much more fun with the game because I think the Animus stuff just went batshit crazy to a point where it just was no longer interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I was sort of like, they did a hype reel or whatever and showed all the characters and stuff. And I was like, man,
Everybody just diving off buildings.
yeah. I was like, I haven't
Even,
played
like,
every
to-
game, but I've played the majority of the games.
Even to go back and I never played Syndicate, and I didn't give
was a
Unity a
banger.
hot try because Unity was
Star's your cousin.
hot garbage.
You didn't
And
play the one set
I
in
never
England?
played that far into Assassin's Creed 3.
Just like, I'll try to look which ones I didn't play. Hold on. Where's the list? Let's go down the list here. Assassin's Creed 1, 2007. So let's do a tick off here. Played it?
No.
Played it.
Are you gonna say no to everyone? You're out, Ash.
Yeah.
Fuck off. You don't.
I'll just say no. I'll just skip it.
It's-
How have you avoided Assassin's Creed, Ash?
I don't know. It's just, it's just, my
don't
brother was into
understand.
it, so I just let him have it. You know?
Right, okay.
That he'd
Share
be-
things, a bond
yeah.
flavor things. Okay, fair
No,
enough.
that's what happens when you're brothers.
All right. Assassin's Creed 2. Played it.
Yeah, finished it.
Brotherhood. Yep.
Finished it.
Revelations.
Started.
Didn't even start it. All right. So that's what I did. Assassin's Creed 3.
Started, got past the prologue. Prologue was way too fucking long.
Didn't even start it. Black Flag.
Played it and didn't get that far into it.
Loved it. 100%. So I dived off for 2 came back. Rogue.
No, never played it, but want to desperately.
Never played it either. Unity.
Started it, gave up because it was a buggy mess.
Finished it. Syndicate.
Never played it.
Finished it. Awesome. Origins.
Barely started it.
Played about probably 10 hours. Didn't finish it. Odyssey.
Put in a lot of time, but still didn't get very far into the game.
Somehow got the platinum in it. I had the time somehow. Valhalla.
Played it, put a decent amount of time into it, didn't get very far.
I played a lot. I feel like I've barely even.
What I'm
fucking touched it.
hearing is you collect a lot of feathers, Kieran.
It's not even feather. It's just different stuff. Like Valhalla, I think majority of my playtime was like in Asgard, and like even just the first Asgard section you play, and just 100%ing that section, and then doing my classic burn out, doing absolutely everything, and then give up.
There's a bunch of spin-off games too. I was like surprised how many.
There's a lot. I've never played any of like the Liberties or any of the PSP games or the mobile games.
Assassin's Creed Altair's Chronicles, which is a DS game. What the fuck? Assassin's Creed Bloodlines is a PSP game. I haven't played any of these. Assassin's Creed Discovery is a Nintendo DS game. Assassin's Creed 3 Liberation was the PS Vita game. I always wanted to play that, but I never played it. Assassin's Creed Pirates is a mobile game. Assassin's Creed Freedom Cry's DLC. I did play that. Assassin's Creed Chronicles is the first of 3 Chronicles games. I've played all of these, I think, or I definitely played China. I haven't finished any of them though. Then you got India and Russia. Assassin's Creed Identity is apparently a mobile game. I've never even heard of that. Assassin's Creed Arno's Chronicles is an Android game apparently, and Assassin's Creed Rebellion is also a mobile game. What the fuck? There's so many mobile games I haven't even heard of them. Crazy. The next game in the franchise, and the first one they showed off in the showcase, though, is Assassin's Creed Mirage, which will star Basim, a character that is seen in Valhalla. However, this game takes place 20 years prior to Valhalla, so you get to see this character sort of grow and become the same sort of assassin that you see in Valhalla. Rasham is the other key character in the game, going to play the mentor, and she is voiced by... I can never pronounce her. Shora Akladush. I can never pronounce her name. I'm so sorry. Anyway, the dude in the showcase, like, I know who she is because she's like, her voice. And that's the thing. The dude kept being like, oh, such a memorable voice or whatever. And it's sort of like, I'm like, all right, dude, calm down. But also I'm like, yes, I get it. Because she does have like probably one of the most recognizable sort of like raspy voices, I feel like, in actresses. So this one's coming out next year. This is the next upcoming Assassin's Creed game. I think this one looks pretty fucking good to me. This is what I want in an Assassin's Creed game. The trailer very much brings this, and they talk about the fact that this isn't an open world Assassin's Creed game. This is back to your sort of, I guess, your city layouts of the typical games, not your full open world structure of the last few. And the trailer definitely gives you the vibe that it's focused more on the stealth elements and like hiding and all this sort of stuff, stealing and whatever else.
Going back to the
back to the roots of the franchise. So I'm pretty keen for this. How do you feel about this one, Ken?
Like this is actually what made me want to play Assassin's Creed 1 again, because this just screams like it's a modern day creation of Assassin's Creed 1 in many ways, even though it isn't. It doesn't have Altair. It isn't a remaster. It's kind of ridiculous now looking at it. I'm like, why the fuck haven't you guys gone back and remastered or remade the first game? You did it with the Ezio collection. You've done it with Assassin's Creed 3. Why haven't you touched Assassin's Creed 1? Maybe it's because people just think the gameplay hasn't aged very well or it's going to take too much work. But
it's 100% the gameplay hasn't aged well, and you're about to discover that. So
yeah, I know it's going to suck. But no, I think this looks amazing. I think it's full of character. It brings Assassin's Creed back to, I don't want to say I think it's a smaller scale story. I think the last two have been maybe a little bit too grand and too much buried in the, hey, the gods are real and there's a whole bunch of supernatural shit. I just think this has now gone to a point where it is a bit more grounded, a bit more kind of resting a lot more on the historical side of things without needing to dive into mythology to kind of fill up and expand the game.
Yeah, I mean, this seems to just be based on the fact that the one dude he kills like drops a mask or whatever. This seems to just pull it all the way back to your typical. It's just like Assassins vs Templars, and there's probably some bad guy ruling over the city, whatever, of Baghdad or whatever. I don't know, like some typical.
That's who Basim is. Okay.
Sorry,
I just literally unlocked my phone and the first thing was like an IGN page that was like AC Mirage.
Well, I don't know if you got. I was going to say unless you like, he doesn't show up right. Like he doesn't show up until maybe like 10 hours into the game or something. But depends how slow you play.
He's like the reason that Ivar becomes an assassin or starts doing the assassin work. It's because of him.
Yeah.
So. The thing was, I was very confused. I was like, why do people talk about Basim as if he is like...
Yeah, he's a main character in the game, so...
He's the main character, but I was like, people are talking about it like I should know who Basim is. And it's like, oh, from Valhalla, that makes
Yeah.
sense. Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
Do you know who Pasim is, Karen?
Fuck off, Ashley.
Here's my quick question before we continue, Ash. Like, but as we
He's from Baghdad.
as we continue going over all this Assassin's.
Who's Edward Conway right now?
Hockey player?
Go quack yourself out of this podcast.
That was Charlie's
Conway was the surname from...
dad. Yeah, it's Charlie's dad.
No.
Prove me it's not.
If you just type in Edward Conway, it'll come up with the leading protagonist of
The guy who
Black Flag.
plays that character in Assassin's Creed Black Flag is the same actor who plays Constantine,
Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan.
Ah.
Interesting.
There you go. His likeness is used, and it's his voice and whatever else, full mocap performance and stuff. There's my trivia there.
Maybe I should play that.
Maybe you should, because you like him, right?
Yeah.
I will say, right, I don't know, this is a minor thing that I just want to... of course, loading in, I was like, I have to check where my Assassin's Creed, if it's in my library, if it was on Game Pass. It was in my library. They've changed the icons of the new Assassin's Creed games on the Xbox to all nice, neat, this like black leather with like the gold font and the gold icons on them now.
Really? Like all the
It's
older
like
ones? Or?
the icon for the games. Yeah, so like Black Flag, Odyssey, Origins, which I was surprised I owned so many on Xbox.
Maybe they're Game Pass titles or something. Xbox Gold
No,
titles.
they were in my
Just
library.
Xbox sales.
Gold titles, maybe. No?
No, it's actually stuff I bought and just played them there.
Okay. So Mirage looks really cool. So then we got the reveal that Beyond the Creed is out. This is a roughly 10-minute, 11 minutes, 28 seconds exactly, documentary that's on YouTube right now. You can watch Ubisoft produce their own little looking back 15-year anniversary documentary about the Assassin's Creed franchise. I'm probably going to watch this tonight when I get into bed. I'm keen to check it out. I know I saw Danny Dwyer tweeting like in support of like more studios just sort of doing their own internal documentaries and stuff because it's good to see and good habit and stuff, which I would totally agree with. I think these things, even if they're just short like this, like 10 minutes, is still probably going to be interesting. It's not going to blow your mind in 10 minutes, but I'm still keen to watch it for sure. Then they revealed Assassin's Creed Valhalla, a game that came out 20 years ago, is still getting expansions and DLC.
Has an Assassin's Creed ever had this many
No.
DLCs and expansions?
No.
Because this is a lot. Like,
Yeah. The reason I haven't gone back and finished the game is because I'm like, it's not done yet. Gotta wait till it's finished.
Yeah.
Gotta wait till it's all out. Gotta wait. Anyway, the next update is called The Last Chapter, and it will be the last chapter. So this is the last DLC they're doing. Apparently it's going to just like tie up a lot of loose ends and storylines that have not been finished up from old other expansions and main game and whatever else. Anyway, it's a free update, so you can't complain. You don't have to pay for it. Hoorah. So if you're like me and you've been waiting for the game to be out and ready, now's your time to dive in. Then we got a teaser for, and now we go into the long list of fucking code names. So
teasers.
the first one was for a open world mobile game. So its code name is Assassin's Creed, code name Jade. So this is not the mobile game that's coming to Netflix. This is a separate mobile game, just to be the clarification there. They very quickly threw out there, but so there is 2 Assassin's Creed mobile games coming. But this one is set in China. The idea of having a full, massive, open world Assassin's Creed game on a mobile, Assassin's Creed world on a mobile platform, I think is pretty cool, like just as an idea and stuff. Of course, you'd have to see it in hand and see how it plays and stuff like that. I don't know if me personally running around Assassin's like a big open world on mobile device is something I want to do on my mobile phone. I'm sure there's going to be an audience. That's totally fine. I think the interesting thing for this one is the fact that you can create your own character. That's the other little tidbit I thought was...
Because it doesn't matter.
Yeah, well, they're like, this game doesn't really matter. Just create your own character. Fucking doesn't matter. So... but I mean, look, graphically and whatever, it looked pretty cool for like as far as mobile games go. I thought it looked decent from what we saw, but I would have just I need to see some gameplay and like stuff like that. What have we got next year? They announced there's a bunch of 15th anniversary gear, including an art book. That's the only thing I would probably care about if I was to go splurge out some money on something, would be buying the Assassin's Creed 15th anniversary art book. That'd be kind of cool to have, but statues and whatever else, whatever. Assassin's Creed codename Red was the next one. So this game is the one that everyone's sort of been clamoring for years. It is the Assassin's Creed game set during feudal Japan. You play as a fucking ninja. That's the
Samurai.
Yeah.
Or ninja samurai.
yeah.
Shinobi.
You play as a shinobi. Yeah.
Shinobi.
Which is this is
wears the mask.
this is what people have been asking for. I think since
That's like
Assassin's Creed 2.
Poisoning people.
So
And it's dishonorable. And then you have to kill
That-
your uncle or spare him. And cause his own dishonor.
I think that's a
Are you gonna wear an orange outfit and then wear like a blue band headband and then like eat ramen
I think he's talking about
and run with your arms out?
I think he's talking about a different game.
like
But that is an interesting
we're
point
talking
for
about
this.
two different
How do you feel? And maybe how do you feel about this coming out now after Ghost of Tsushima? Do you feel like it's not going to have the same like?
I think it's fine.
Yeah.
I think it's good because I think it will do the stealth aspect in a different way. If that makes sense. Like
Hopefully.
I don't think it'll be. I think Ghost of Tsushima is very historically accurate and grounded in a lot of ways, and is supposed to be a lot more focused on the samurai aspect of things. Whereas I think this will be a lot more, I guess, Assassin's Creed stealth, where things are a little bit more dumber. You're, doing lots more stealth takedowns. You're using a hidden blade. You've got a hidden katana blade that like goes out all the way across your arm. Yeah, I don't think. I think it'll be good. I don't think it'll be interesting to compare the two, but I still think we'll have a couple more years before it comes out, so we'll be even further removed from Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah, but there'll be Ghost of Tsushima 2 out by then. So
Tsushima,
yeah,
probably.
Yeah. We know they're making it. So, Ash, you haven't played a single Assassin's Creed, but Assassin's Creed Ghost of Tsushima does that intrigue you?
I mean, yeah, it sounds interesting. I mean, I would imagine it would be more city based than maybe Ghost of Tsushima was, whereas a lot more rural locations.
Yeah,
So a lot more
rooftops and
temples and things for you to scale and that kind of stuff. So that could obviously make it feel a lot more different than Ghost of Tsushima. Yeah, it sounds intriguing. Yeah.
What makes you pick up an Assassin's Creed game?
Time. They're in a time investment, right? I mean, I do have Valhalla installed on my PS5 right now.
Okay.
it's
And I'm
free with.
maybe I'll just wait and play Origins first, because that's the first one of this new reboot of the series, right?
That only counts for the modern day stuff, and even then, don't worry about it.
Okay.
No one pays attention to this. No one pays attention to the story in any of these games. No one gives a fuck.
The modern day stuff
No, but
is
then
equally
if I
as
play
well.
Valhalla, I won't be able to go back. Is what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
Yes, you will.
but you won't want to anyway. So
You won't, like...
you're worried
I don't
about
think it's
time, but you're trying to prepare yourself for suddenly having so much time to play all of these games.
to go back. And I don't think Valhalla doesn't improve on the systems enough to make it redundant to play the
Okay.
ones before it. It's just kind of more of the same.
Valhalla's more Odyssey.
Yes.
It's literally the same, I think. I don't feel like much changes. You're a Viking. There's the change.
Instead of a Greek.
Instead of a
What?
Greek god, yeah. Then we got Assassin's Creed codename Hexa, which I assume is a Assassin's Creed game set during the witch trials. Is that what we're all?
That seems to be the gist of it.
That seems to be... Yep.
Yeah. This one,
Back
Also,
to
they-
America.
Let's just stay right off the top. Why they fuck us with this code name? Am I right?
yeah. What the fuck, Hexa?
Let's go Hex.
Just call it Hex.
Just go Hex.
Yeah, what the fuck is that? Typing this word into this fucking news post and shit, and it's come up with a giant red line under it. I'm like, yeah, I know. It's, yeah, I know. I'm well aware.
Cool logo though.
Yeah, cool logo and everything. Yeah, I would probably say I'm more excited for this one than the codename, the feudal Japan one, because I've had that game now. I've had Ghost of Tsushima. I haven't had a fucking game set during the witch trials. That's pretty cool.
I'm pretty sure you would have, but yeah,
Where? What game?
I can't think of any because there'd be a horror game. So.
I think that, yeah, I mean, I wonder what you'll play. I wonder if you'll play as a witch. Or someone accused of being a witch. That'd be kind of cool.
That'd be very cool.
That's the story. Yeah.
Actually, I think it'd be cooler to be a witch hunter.
No, witch hunters would be Templars.
Hey, it wouldn't be
Yeah.
the first game you play as a Templar.
Yeah, true. But still, I
Do you reckon there'll be a goat called Black Phillip who goes around like making deals?
I saw everyone making the fucking memes about just posting fucking Black Phillip goats and stuff on Twitter this morning. So I was like, yeah, okay, very good.
I mean, that's promising. It means a lot of people seen The Witch. So,
well, there were at least people I follow. So like, it's not. Yeah. And then they had a trailer for Assassin's Creed Infinity, which they still didn't really say fuck all about. Look, this is a service that is going to tie all the games together, but the long short of it is they said, like, they didn't reveal this during this.
This is replacing the Animus stuff.
Yeah, so this is what they revealed after the fact, to which I was like, why the fuck didn't you talk about this in the showcase? It was revealed in some interview of IGN or some shit. But this is going to replace all of the Animus stuff going forward. So there'll be no Animus stuff in any of the games, and instead, all of it will be put within Infinite, this service that's different. And then they then teased during this showcase that you're going to have Assassin's Creed multiplayer also return via this in some form or fashion as well. So I don't really understand what this is. All I know is it's moving the stuff that only some people care about to this and taking away from the main games. So that should make some
Dylan,
people like it.
It's just a very, very intricate launcher.
Yeah, it's kind of what it sounds like, to be honest. Yeah.
100%. It's like you're going to have to... and people should be complaining. You motherfuckers complain about the Epic Game Store, you're going to be motherfucking complaining about this shit. And if you're not, shame. Shame. Shame.
We're doing bell motions, audios.
Yes, we're doing bell rings at the moment.
It's a Game of Thrones reference.
That's a really bad Hannah Wenningham impression.
Game of Thrones reference.
Shame.
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 I mean, it could be interesting.
Shame.
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 You know, it's just the first
Fuck
step
my
into the
ex-husband
meta.
in this football club.
It's just the first step into the metaverse.
Oh god. You know, that's what I thought this was when they first started doing. I'm like, oh, that's some motherfucking metaverse shit. Come on.
It's going to look like PS Home, walk around, and then you just walk into the various different games.
Yeah, you walk
There's
into
different rooms in some building.
Yeah.
It probably is. I mean, it's like that's
Or you get a different cartridge to put in your time machine replica thing or whatever it's called.
Yeah, I don't.
Or the anime.
They still reckon this thing's like.
the Animus.
They still reckon this
It's
thing's.
not actually a time machine.
It's
yeah.
not a time machine?
I thought you would at least watch the movie.
Is it a holodeck?
I thought you would have watched the movie. You didn't watch the movie?
I thought you
No,
at
I
least
didn't
would have
watch
watched
the movie.
Yeah.
No.
Damn, what kind
I
of
should.
movie
Maybe I
host
will.
are you?
Do you know?
No, don't.
I'll
Don't.
talk about it next
You
week.
probably like it.
Don't.
You like shit things.
You probably would like it, but it's bad, so don't.
Directed by an Australian, so it's got that going for it.
Yeah. Go support Australian directors.
Yeah. All right, that'll do it for the Ubisoft showcase. Any final thoughts on anything that we haven't talked about from that?
Why didn't they talk about Avatar? A game that was meant to come out this Christmas.
They did talk about it.
Did they?
Yeah, for 15 seconds.
That was on Disney.
Oh, right, true.
The show's just playing
The show's
together.
playing together, yeah. Yeah. No, good point. Why didn't they talk about Avatar? Considering that other place didn't talk about it. Yeah, no, that's weird. All right. That'll do it. This week's episode of Arcade Couch. Let us know any comments, questions, concerns, how you felt about Ubisoft Forward 2022, how you felt about the Marvel and Disney showcase, whatever other crazy shit that's happened this episode. I don't really know at this stage. You can find us all on Twitter by heading to explosionnetwork.com/Twitter, explosionnetwork.com/Discord takes you to our Discord. And if you like this episode and thought it was worth $1, please head on over to explosionnetwork.com/support where you can donate as little as $1 to help keep the mics, lights, and the website running. And until next week, same time, same channel.